Along with global industrialization and urbanization, more greenhouse gases are emitted into the atmosphere, increasing the Earth's temperature. The burning of fossil fuels is one such activity caused by humans and is primarily responsible for the increasing amount of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. And thus, the climate changes have adversely affected the oceans, the weather, food resources, and the general health conditions of people. Sustainable city planning focuses on how we can build sustainable and environmentally friendly communities that are better places to live, work, and play. This is a part of sustainable development, which means everything from making use of natural resources in a way to protect the environment, to help the cities to grow in ways that can be sustained for generations to come. In this video, we will show you the problems with the systems of a normal city and how they can be solved in a sustainable city design. Another important system is the waste management system. Let us show you an example of Kamikatsu, a tiny village in the southern Japan. Kamikatsu was using an open-air incinerator to process all its waste up till 2003. But burning all the waste was hurting the pristine surroundings as well as the health of its aging population, coupled with the Japanese government's decision to ban open-air incineration. In 2003, Kamikatsu became the first municipality in Japan to make a zero waste declaration. Since then, the town has transformed its open-air burning practices for waste disposal into a system of buying, consuming, and discarding with the goal of reaching carbon neutrality. Now, the town estimates it is more than 80% of its way toward meeting that goal by 2030. But even for a town its size, carbon and waste neutrality are a high bar. And with more than half of its residents over 65 years old, the rural community is rapidly shrinking. The town is working with manufacturers to encourage them to use more recyclable materials, which would help reducing waste and burning. The town offers an incentive system in which people can collect recycling points in exchange for eco-friendly products. There are signs depicting what new items will be made from those recycled items and how much money the town is saving by working with recycling companies rather than burning the trash. Therefore, to build a sustainable city, it's good choice to transform its open-air burning practices for waste disposal into a system of buying, consuming, discarding with the goal of reaching carbon neutrality. We all commute every day to work, school, or supermarkets, and that makes transportation an essential element for sustainable city design. However, traffic congestion has become a major issue in both developing and developed countries. While many people drive, the road becomes more congested and commuter time becomes longer, which causes immeasurable losses to the economy, health, lives, and environment annually due to massive time wasted on the road, diseases, and deterioration of living atmosphere caused by accumulated pollutants emitted from vehicles. We believe a sustainable transport system should focus on people and public transport. Trains, subways, trams, and buses are preferable, but they need to be more refined, planned, and integrated to ensure the best quality, comfort, and accessibility for every passenger in the green city with low emissions. The planning of bicycle path is also a recommendable innovative approach to provide green, low-cost, and convenient alternative way for short-range commute. Amsterdam, the capital city of Netherlands, is not only proud of its famous train and tram system, but also one of the most cyclist-friendly cities and role model of sustainable transport system in the world. In Amsterdam, the local government implemented policies to give priority of roads to cyclists, pedestrians, and public transport, limit the number of parking areas and speeds of cars in the city to control the car growth. Therefore, with a sustainable transport system, we can annually reduce massive economic and health losses attributed to the excessive commute time and health issues caused by car pollutants and reduce injuries and even life losses due to car accidents.
And how can we live without food? So let's talk about agriculture and food system. While millions still go hungry or malnourished, the current food and agriculture system are failing to address the key challenges of our times. Achieving a level of production that meets our need from an already depleted natural resource will be impossible without profound changes in our food and agriculture systems. In our sustainable system, we need to expand and accelerate the transition to sustainable food and agriculture, which ensures world food security, provide economic and social opportunities, and protect the ecosystem on which agriculture depends. Polycultures and crop rotation are two of the techniques that try to mimic natural principles to achieve the best yields. Polyculture farming involves growing multiple crops in one area. These species are often complementary to each other and aim at producing greater diversity of products from one plot while fully utilizing available resources. High biodiversity makes the system more resilient to weather fluctuation, promotes a balanced diet, and applies natural mechanisms to preserve soil fertility. Crop rotation is based on growing a series of different types of crops in the same area in sequential seasons. The plant rotation may vary from a growing season to a few years or even longer periods. It is one of the most effective agricultural control strategies that is used in preventing the loss of soil fertility. By diversifying the crops that are grown on an area of land in polycultures and through the rotation of crops that are grown, farmers can greatly reduce the opportunity for disease and pests to take hold. It is because their development cycles get interrupted by changing crops. These practices also lead to reduction in the need to apply fertilizers and pesticides. Next, let's talk about the water system, which is very important for humanity. Water scarcity and water pollutions are serious problems for humanity. In 2016, 933 million, that is 32.5% urban residents worldwide, resided in water-scarce regions, with 359 million, which is 12.5%, and 573 million, which is 20%, are experiencing perennial and seasonal water shortages respectively. Furthermore, if industrial and domestic wastewater is not properly handled, it can contaminate water supplies and endanger human health. Therefore, there is a need for a sustainable water management system that can reserve natural water and provide wastewater treatments so that it can be reused. Catchments and dams can be used to reserve natural water from river or rain. The catchments are kept to a certain amount of water during the rainy days to not only reserve the water but also reduce the chance of flooding. The dams in turn can regulate the flow to only release water when it is needed for people and the environment. Additionally, to recycle the water, the wastewater is handled at sewage treatment plants where wastewater is treated to remove the physical, chemical and biological contaminants present in it through various processes before it reaches aquifers or natural water bodies. We have now come to the end of our video presentation, and our aim is to create an awareness among people about sustainable city design principles. In summary, we spoke about how green energy switch is needed to ensure the safety of the future. This was carried forward to the discussions on the waste and water management, with past examples of successful stories. Polyculture farming technique brought us to advance the agriculture system needed for a city development. At last, the materials which are utilized for making homes and buildings can be thought of made with sustainable approach, which brings us to discussion of all different opportunities for sustainable city design. Thank you for listening to the video, and let's grow together into the world of innovation and sustainability.